Cameron's Corner, dialogue-driven story. Cameron's Corner is Roeville, Minnesota's local afternoon talk show. The host, Cameron Law, is a Minnesota native and has been hosting the show for 6 seasons. Most recently, Roeville had its annual City's Most Sexiest Man Alive contest. For the last 2 years in a row, Cameron had won this honor and often gloated about it on his show to all incoming male guests. However, this year Cameron had lost the title to Channel 12's new leading morning anchor, Scott Sebastian. Every year, the winner of the contest must do a live interview on Cameron's morning show. And for the last 2 years, it was just Cameron answering his own fans' questions live on air. This year, Cameron has to go back to interviewing someone else for the title. A man Cameron knows all too well and doesn't particularly feel good about losing to.
And when we come back, I'll be interviewing the latest winner of the City's Most Sexiest Man Alive contest, Scott Sebastian, so don't touch that dial. And cut.
Walks up from behind the camera to Cameron, who is sitting on the armchair on the stage.
Great job, Cam. The audience really loved your trip to the zoo. They ate it up. We've got Scott in the back, and he's on his way out. How you doing? You need anything?
Oh no, I'm fine. His voice trailing off as he walks away.
Well, you look good. Can we get someone to touch up that hair?
Receives immediate hair attention from a hairstylist. Looks over to his right to see Scott having a seat on the sofa. Receiving hair and makeup attention as well.
Mr. Cameron Law. And how are we this morning? Well, well, well. If it isn't the little Glee Club nerd Scott Sebastian, all grown up and paying me a visit. I expect nothing less than a jab from the runner-up prom king. Hey, I would have won that year if everybody wasn't throwing sympathy votes to the kid in the wheelchair. Was it my fault he stepped out in front of that food truck? Yeah, well, you lose some and you win some. But you in particular, you should be all too familiar with losing. Right, Cameron? Now, what is that supposed to... We're back in 5, 4.
Holds up the numbers 3, 2, and 1 on his hand. Displays a great big smile to the camera.
Welcome back to Cameron's Corner. And just as I had promised, I am here with the latest winner of the City's Most Sexiest Man Alive contest, Scott Sebastian. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Good morning, Cameron. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Feeling great? Feeling sexy.
Speaking the first sentence under his breath.
That's enough of that. So to those viewers who may not be aware, Scott and I have actually known each other for years. We were former classmates at F. Scott Fitzgerald High School. That's right, we were. I don't know if I would say we were friends. We weren't. We hung out with different crowds. Yes, and one crowd was a bit more popular than the other. But look at us now, anchormen hosting our own TV shows. What a difference a few years make. So Scott, sexiest man in Roeville, where were you when you got the news that you've won? I was at home. My wife had actually informed me of the win. The local newspaper had called our house in the morning to inform us of the results. Oh, so your wife told you? Yes, she did. Your wife, Stephanie McReynolds. It's actually Stephanie Sebastian now. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Part of me will always think of her as Stephanie McReynolds.
Turns towards the audience.
And to the viewers that don't know, Stephanie Sebastian is a local author and has written 3 cookbooks. In fact, she's Scott's wife and my former prom date.
Turns back to Scott.
Hey, how is Stephanie lately? Is she good?
Staring at Cameron in annoyance.
She's doing fine. Fulfilled, actually. Well, that's good. It's been a while since we've spoken. Maybe I should give her a call. You know, just to catch up.
Uncomfortably shifting in his seat, he begins tapping his fingers on his right thigh to show impatience.
So let's talk about your job. You're a morning anchorman for Channel 12 News. That's right. So this must be exciting for you, being on an actual TV show for a change.
Gives an annoyed laugh.
So you don't consider news as an actual show? Well, it's not like having your own show. I am considered a local celebrity. But I'm on TV too, Cameron. Every day. So I too am a local celebrity. Yeah, but not really. See, you're an anchorman. I'm the star of my own talk show. My name's in the title. If you don't show up for work, there's like 6 other people that can replace you, but if I don't, the city gets a little sadder. But you're not always here, Cameron. You get replaced too. By who? Anchorman? No self-respecting anchorman would stoop so low to come on here and tell fake stories. Fake stories? My reporting is fact-checked, just like yours, buddy. Fact-checked? Last week you told the story of a woman that gave birth to a baby with hooves.
Crosses his legs and speaks calmly.
That was a true story. True story? Who was the baby's father? Donkey from Shrek?
Repeatedly doing the slashing motion by his neck, begins mumbling out loud.
Go to commercial. Go to commercial.
Smiling towards the camera.
We're going to take a quick break and be right back with sexy man Scott Sebastian.
Doing air quotes when he says the words sexy man.
And cut.
Moves quickly towards the stage while snatching off his headset.
Steven!
Turns the camera in anger.
What are you trying to do? Make me look bad in front of the few dozen people that actually watch this crappy show? Screw you, Scott. I've got a lot of fans, and you know it. I won a local Emmy. Hey, you too. Can we tone down the subtle jabs and insults? Want to leave your 15-year-old feud off the camera? This show is live. I'm sorry, Steven. It's just get it together. Now.
Rushes back off camera while putting his headset back on.
We're back in 10 seconds.
Begins to count down. Sits up straight and regains his composure until he sees Steven throw up the number 1.
And we're back with Robotville's newest, most sexiest man alive winner, Scott Sebastian. Keeping in mind that I won the last 2 years in a row, but I guess the voters wanted to give someone else a chance to win this year. Decided to go in a totally different direction.
Tosses up one hand in frustration.
Sure, Cameron. That must be it. So, Scott, we've already established your wife and my former prom date, Stephanie Sebastian, is more talented, better looking, and successful than you are. Does she ever joke around and call you a chameleon? Because whenever she's around, you just fade into the background.
Begins tugging at his microphone wires.
You know what? I should just go. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
Leaving the microphone alone.
No. But it's obvious I'm on some little man's show that's mad because he's jealous he lost to me yet again.
Furiously doing slashing motions across his neck.
Jealous? Of you, Scott? Of course. I've got your sexiest man title. Your show is in a small corner of my news's TV studio. I've got the girl, and you were never prom king.
Hops up out of his seat.
I was robbed, and you know it. He was in a fucking wheelchair.
Stands up as well.
And I don't know why you keep bringing up prom. Stephanie told me about your little rendezvous afterwards.
Sticks up his pinky and waves at Cameron with it.
It must have been a very cold night.
Slapping a hand on his forehead in embarrassment.
Oh, dear Lord.
Removes his coat.
Oh, that is it. That is it. You want to go? We can go right now. Live on TV. Let's go, Scotty. Come on.
Puts his fist up into a boxing stance.
Bring it on, tough guy. Shut off the cameras. I said shut off the cameras.
Rushes to the stage to break up the fight. takes a swing at Cameron that Cameron quickly dodges. Unawarely walks right into Scott's punch after Cameron moves out of the way, falls flat on his back, and just lays there motionless.
Ooh.
Both staring down at Steven, briefly looking up at Cameron.
I think we're even.
Mouth still open wide in shock.
I think we're jobless.
Slowly nods. Now don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or follow.